Hi friends, today I put Rapunzel from Tangled into the spotlight. Rapunzel is the young princess who was kidnapped at birth but ends up escaping her tower, finding her true parents, and more importantly, finding her true place in the world. Rapunzel's name comes from the German word Rapunzel, and it's the name of a type of lettuce. In the original fairy tale, she is named for the plant because her mother craved it throughout her pregnancy. Speaking of the original fairy tale that this movie is based on, there are several differences between the two, especially revolving around Rapunzel. In the fairy tale, Rapunzel wasn't a princess, nor was she born into any type of royal family. She was born to a commoner couple. Her hair doesn't have any magic powers, though her tears do restore the prince's sight, which is an aspect we do see in the movie. Her hair also never turns to brown. She's a natural blonde and stays blonde throughout the fairy tale.
But once it's cut, it turns brown and loses its power.
In the fairy tale, Mother Gothel locks her up in the tower when she is 12. Up until then, she had relative freedom. Rapunzel doesn't have as much of a rebellious and curious side in the fairy tale. Speaking of not being as rebellious, she also never uses a frying pan as a weapon.
Alone at last.
In the movie, Flynn cuts Rapunzel's hair, whereas in the original fairy tale, Mother Gothel is the one who cuts Rapunzel's hair when she finds out that Rapunzel is pregnant. Cutting her hair is therefore both a punishment, but it's also to stop the prince from being able to come back into the tower. In the fairy tale, Rapunzel never escapes the tower. Mother Gothel lets her go with her twin babies. And lastly, one of the big differences between the movie and the fairy tale, and I know this is going to disappoint quite a few people, Rapunzel doesn't have a pet in the fairy tale, which means there's no Pascal. Rapunzel was initially going to be voiced by Kristen Chenoweth, who was a Broadway actress and singer. However, when this fell through, Reese Witherspoon was considered for the role. Kristen Bell and Idina Menzel were both considered for the role, and they actually both auditioned. Ultimately, the role went to Mandy Moore. However, if you've heard of the names Kristen Bell and Idina Menzel, that's because they play Anna and Elsa in Frozen.
I like the open gates. We are never closing them again.
Initially, Rapunzel was actually going to have a red dress, but this was then changed to pink, and then it was changed to blue, and then they finally settled on purple. Rapunzel's hair is said to be about 70 feet or 21 meters long.
And I'll keep wondering and wondering and wondering and wondering, when will my life begin?
However, according to The Art of Tangled, her hair is actually 75 feet, about 23 meters long. Rapunzel is the last protagonist that animator Glenn Keane worked on for Disney. Keane had started working for Disney in 1974. He worked on characters such as Ariel, the Beast, Aladdin, Pocahontas, and Tarzan. In the first, and therefore the original trailer for Tangled, Rapunzel's hair was slightly different. Not only was it shown to have healing powers, it was also shown to be a sentient being that could move around on its own.
Who's there?
Rapunzel is the first Disney princess to be completely computer animated, rather than partly computer animated and partly hand-drawn. She's also the first Disney princess whose hair color actually changes in the movie.
Did I ever tell you I've got a thing for brunettes?
How long is your hair? Please tell me in the comment section down below. And until next time, happy bubbles! If you want to see any of my other videos, you can click on the box on the left to find out if Rapunzel could be immortal, or you can click on the box on the right to find out why Rapunzel didn't leave her tower sooner. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos.